Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss the quarter 2 of Melc 8 and this is about deriving laws of exponents. So let's have first the background information for learners. Okay, so let's proceed. So below are the derivation of different laws of exponents. So we have here the different laws of exponents. First, if we have 3 squared, that means if we are to expand it, that is 3 times 3. So as you can still remember, I have discussed it sa Melc 4, 5, and 6, I think. They are the expanded form nga gin-mention. Okay, so here we have a raised to n equals a times n, a times a times a times a times a, and so on and so forth. And here, we take a as a factor n times. And since we don't know kung pila ka bilog or pila ka times naton ginhimo ang a as a factor, so that's why we represent the exponent as n. Okay, ang tawag sini nga law is positive integer exponent. So number 2, we have here 3 squared times 3 cubed. By the way, if you can still remember, ang exponent amo ni siya ang 2 kagang 3. Okay, so amo na siya a number which is written at the upper right-hand corner of the base. So ang base amo ni siya ang dalagko nga numbers. Okay, so base ni siya. So sa ini nga form, which is 3 squared times 3 cubed, that is equal to 3 raised to 2 plus 3. So, ang ginahimo tadi, kung same ang base, we simply copy the base and add the exponent. So, if we are to simplify it further, we get 3 raised to 5 because we have added the exponent. So, since 3 to the 5th is still in its exponential form, so kailangan is-simplify ta sa as a whole number. So, that is equal to 243. So, ang ini nga law, this is called product of a power. So, amo ni siya ang iyang ganini form, which is a raised to n times a raised to m. So, ang a represents any base, any number, or any integer. Ang n naman kag m represents positive exponents, any positive integral exponents. So, we have here just simply copy the base and add the exponent. Siya. Okay, next for number 3, we have 3 squared raised to the power of 3. So, ang ini nga form naman of exponent, this is what we call the power of a power. So, karon ko lang answeran. So, ang form niya, when it comes to given variable, so we have a raised to n raised to the power of m. Okay, so that means we just simply copy the base and we multiply the exponent. Okay, so let's have the example. So 3 squared raised to the power of 3, or pwede man, we can read it also as 3 squared quantity q. Okay, so that means we simply copy the base, or if we are to expand this, that we take 3 squared as a factor 3 times. So that is why gin-expand ta 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared, because we take this as a factor 3 times. So kung mag-multiply kita, that is copy the base 3 and then multiply the exponent. Kung dirita nagdiretso. Pero kung magamit na, that is ma-add tada 2 plus 2 plus 2. Galing kay ini ang 3 raised to 2 times 3, diri ko na naglumpat. So, we just simply copy the base and multiply the exponent. So, therefore, we have 3 raised to 6. But, this is still in its exponential form, so we have to simplify its whole number, so we get 729. So, ang ini nga form or ini nga law of exponent is what we call the power of a power. Okay? So, let me give you an example karon dugay-dugay lang. Okay, number 4. We have 2x raised to the power of 3. Okay, so this means we take 2x as a factor, 3 times yapon, so we have 2 times 2x times 2x times 2x. So we have 2 times 2 times 2. This one is different from the previous example. Iniya, may dala na siya nga numerical coefficient and as well as the literal coefficient. So we take 2 as a factor 3 times and also we take x as a factor 3 times. So, nga nag 2 cube times x cube. Diri kita ma-base sa ato niya given. We multiply 3 sa numerical coefficient nga 2. However, since wala kita exponent nga makita diri, automatic, we just simply distribute it. Kaya understood na di nga kung wala sang exponent, 1 na siya. So, therefore, we multiply 3 by 1. So, we get 3. And for x naman, we multiply 3 sa exponents ang x nga 1. So, 1 times 3 is also 3. Okay? So, liwat. Again, we multiply 3 by the exponent of 2, which is 1. So, 1 times 3, we get 3. So, that is why 2 cubed. And also, we multiply 3 by the exponent of x. We have 1 times 3 is also 3. And then, we simplify since it's in its exponential form. So, 2 cubed, that is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And then, copy x cubed. So, ini nga form or ini nga law, this is power of a product. So, take note ha, ang guaya ni class, since wala kita exponent sa sulod, we simply distribute the exponent sa kada term sa sulod sang parenthesis. Okay? So, another, we have this one. Sa number 5, this is already number 5. This one naman is power of a monomial. Ini nga form, gintingob na ang number 3 kag ang number 4 nga law of exponent. So, matabo diri ta anay sa form niya. So, we have a raised to m, b to the n, raised to the power of b. Okay, so, ang matabo, we copy the base a, then multiply m by the exponent outside of the parenthesis, which is p, so ma-mp siya. And then copy the base b, and then multiply the exponent n to p to get np. So, power of a monomial. So, if we have example, ang gwa niya si class, so that is 2 m, we take, so diba ang given ta is 2m squared n cube raised to the power of 4. So, ang bosilingon, if we are to expand this, we take 2m squared n cubed as a factor 4 times. So, we expand. So, we have apat ka 2m squared n cubed. So, we have here 2m squared n cubed times 2m squared n cubed times 2m squared n cubed and times 2m squared n cubed. So, isa-isa hunta ang tanan nga numerical coefficient. So, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then, ang tanan man nga m squared, so we have m squared times m squared times m squared times m squared. And also, tanan man nga n cubed. So, we have times n cubed times n cubed times n cubed times n cubed. Okay, so simplifying this, we have 2 raised to 4 times copy m. Diri na ko na naglantaw ha. So, 2 raised to 4 times m squared times 4, then times n, 3 times 4. So, that is 2 to the 4th is 16. And copy the base m, multiply exponent, 2 times 4 is 8. And copy n, multiply exponent, 3 times 4, 12. So, again, ini nga loss of exponent is power of a monomial. Okay, so what about the next one? Okay, so here, sa quotient of powers naman kita. So, kagina, magbaliktad eh. Ang ginahimo ta when we multiply, we simply add exponent. Sa diri naman niya, mag-divide kita kay quotient of powers, we subtract exponents. So take note, given form is a raised to n over a raised to m equals a to the n minus m. So we just simply copy the base a and then subtract exponents. So this is quotient of a power, or quotient of powers. So given example, so we have 3 raised to 6. Okay, 3 raised to 6 over 3 to the 4th. Okay, so we have expand, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And 3 to the 4th expand as well, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So since this is division, we cancel out those nga may partner. So we cancel kung ano may partner. So cancel, 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 cancel. So may duwa kita kabilin. Okay, so we multiply ta na 3 times 3, we get already the answer which is 9. However, kung diri kita ma-follow sa pinaka-given gid naton which is 3 raised to 6 over 3 to the 4th, so that is equal to, just simply, pareho sinibala sa aton nga form, ginakopy ta lang ang base which is 3, and then we subtract the exponent 6 minus 4. So we get, that is equal 3, 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have 3 squared. And if we have, or if we are to simplify this, 3 squared means 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay, so same man na di kung mag-cancel out kita or mag-use kita sa cancellation. Okay, so I hope naintindihan. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one.